state continues to cope with a surge in COVID-19 cases that are largely attributed to the Omicron variant. School districts continue to monitor and adjust. One district has announced they will extend distance learning. The Robbinsdale district announced Thursday they would extend distance learning for all students through Friday, January 28th. A letter sent to parents from Superintendent David Engstrom read that the district hoped distance learning would have a significant impact on the number of staff and students that are ill. It read, however, that transmission rates across the 7 district communities remain high and that we continue to experience a significant number of absences among staff and students. It went on to read that with so many staff absences, the district couldn't reasonably provide adequate in-person learning or services for our students. In-person learning is scheduled to resume on January 31st. Meanwhile, the Osseo School District says their absences have improved. Superintendent Corey McIntyre sent a letter to parents saying the district does plan to return to in-person learning on Monday, January 24th as planned. McIntyre said that it is our hope that any future learning model shifts will be minimal and that changes will be done on a school-by-school basis unless a majority of the district is impacted. The city of Robbinsdale and Golden Valley joined other cities and counties across Minnesota in declaring a climate emergency this week. The measure is supposed to not only bring awareness to the issue of climate change and declare it a priority for the cities, but the resolution would also be a tool to ask state and federal leaders for funding and mitigation. Robbinsdale Mayor Bill Blonigan said that it's a way to get more serious about climate change. Golden Valley Mayor Shep Harris highlighted the flooding in the DeCola Ponds neighborhoods as evidence of local climate change. An overnight police chase involving a stolen vehicle in Brooklyn Park resulted in 1 arrest. Brooklyn Park police say they first got a report of a stolen vehicle in the 6100 block of 65th Avenue just before 4 a.m. on Friday. Police saw the stolen vehicle not far away near Hampshire and 64th Avenue, and they tried to stop it, but the vehicle would not stop. Someone drove the stolen car into Lakeland Park, where the person then jumped out and tried to run away. Officers gave chase on foot and were able to catch up with the person, and that person was arrested. Minnesota lost a comedy legend on Friday. Louie Anderson, the comedian and actor from St. Paul, died in a Las Vegas hospital at the age of 68 from complications of cancer. As Delane Cleveland reports, he had a lasting impact on the local comedy scene.
Whether you remember him for his stand-up comedy,
had to fly in the tiniest plane, so tiny they had to weigh us. Yeah, funny for you.
or on the big screen in movies like Coming to America,
See, I'm washing lettuce. Soon I'll be on fries, then the grill. A year or two, I make assistant manager. And that's where the big bucks start rolling in.
Louie Anderson was a larger-than-life presence. But despite his fame, he was a Minnesotan through and through.
He always was. He always will be to me.
Patrick Strait is a local author who wrote the book Funny Thing About Minnesota, which details the rise of the Minnesota comedy scene in the 70s and 80s. Louie Anderson was one of the main sources interviewed for this book.
He genuinely was a Minnesota guy. And it's funny because when we were doing this book together and he was sharing some of his memories, the things he was most excited to talk about were his times here in Minnesota.
He reached a level of success many comics could only dream of. Yet Louie always made a point to return to his home state to do stand-up, even performing at smaller venues such as the New Hope Cinema Grill or Maple Tavern in Maple Grove.
I can't believe I'm going to have to bring a winter coat with me. I'm so bummed out.
That was from an interview CCX News did with Louie in 2013 as he promoted an upcoming appearance at Maple Tavern.
Great area and great format to do stand-up, you know, when you can reach out and take a fry off someone's plate.
Performing at unconventional places for an A-list star was a theme throughout Louie's career.
He liked to go to where he could be really direct with his fans. He wanted to connect with the fans. It wasn't about playing to the biggest audiences or making the most money. It was about going where the people were.
A breakout star who left his mark and never forgot about his roots.
Without a doubt, Louie Anderson is, in my opinion, he's the best of all time.
Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
This weekend, you can try out a sport in Maple Grove that you might never have heard of before. It's called Crokicurl, and Neil Persley explains what it's all about in today's Weekend Showcase.
This is the first in Minnesota.
Okay, you trendsetters, here's your chance to get in on the ground floor of what is sure to be the next big outdoor recreation craze.
This is called Crokicurl.
It originated with our friends to the north and was first played in Winnipeg, Canada. Now, Maple Grove has just created the only Crokicurl rink in Minnesota.
And it's a combination of the board game Crokicurl and curling.
It's like you're on a life-size board game of Crokicurl. Maple Grove has constructed the rink in Central Park. They ingeniously made their rocks out of wheels from lacrosse nets.
You get 4 rocks. Our goal is to shoot the rocks into the center hole or the button, and then each layer or each color circle is a different amount of points. So 20 points for hitting the button, 15 points for the red circle, 10 points for the white, 5 for the blue, and then 0 points if you're on the outside.
The game is simple and fun. 2 people can play each other, or you can have teams of 2 to 4 people.
So the goal is just to knock your opponent's player or rocks off and then score the most points.
It's first come, first serve. There is no sign up, and this weekend the Maple Grove Parks and Rec Department will be out both Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4, helping folks wanting to learn more about this fun outdoor winter activity that just blew in from Canada. For Weekend Showcase in Maple Grove, Neil Persley, CCX News.
Section playoffs for high school girls hockey teams start in 3 weeks. 2 teams who could face each other in Section 6AA met in a regular season showdown Thursday night.
13th ranked Breck facing off with 9th ranked Wayzata in a non-conference girls hockey matchup. First period, the Trojans' Sam Matthew with a shot from the blue line that stopped. Sloan Matthews, though, is there to score on the rebound. It's her 26th goal of the season. It's 1-0 Wayzata. Wayzata's Jenna Britt centers the puck to Julia Lindahl, who scores on her own rebound try. The Trojans are ahead on the Bears 2-0 after 1 period. Second period, Mallory Coughlin with a good pass to Jenna Britt, and the freshman shoots and scores. Wayzata looks to be in control, ahead 3-0. But then the Trojans pick up a 5-minute major penalty, and it helps the Bears rally. Sam Bro scores from the high slot to get Blake on the board. The Bears would get another goal on that power play to pull to within 3-2. Final minute of play now in the third, and the Trojans trying to preserve the lead. Nicole Britz gets the puck and fires it about 180 feet the other way into an empty Blake net. That goal seals the win for Wayzata. The Trojans win it 4-2. Wayzata plays at second-ranked Edina on Tuesday.
In boys hockey, Armstrong, Cooper, and Osseo are both looking for improvement late in the regular season after struggling to find wins so far. The Wings and Orioles faced off in the cold of Osseo's Tin Bin Thursday.
A cold night at Dick Farrar Arena for the only meeting of the season between the Orioles and the Wings. Early first period, Osseo's Luke Sawicki passes out to Gabrick Olson. He shoots and scores. It's 1-0 less than 4 minutes into the game. Osseo on the power play later in the first period. Olson with a shot that's tipped in by number 15, Sawicki. The Orioles are ahead 2-0 after 1 period. Second period, and Olson glides in on the left wing alone, picks the top corner with his shot and scores. And the Orioles are up on the Wings 3-0. Back comes Armstrong Cooper. Jamison Essen headmans the puck to Dane Yeager, who feeds Jonathan Essen. His big shot finds the back of the net. The Wings are on the board. Then Jamin Malone's shot from the point gets to Charlie Gergen, who redirects the puck in. And Armstrong Cooper is within 1 at 3-2. Ahead now to the third period with the score 4-2. AC on the power play. Malone passes to Cole Makozak, who's open on the backside. He scores, and it's a 1-goal game again. Final seconds of the third period, and an extra skater on for Osseo. Tanner Rausch's shot through traffic is in. Armstrong Cooper rallies to tie the game 4-4. No scoring in overtime, and this one ends in a 4-4 tie.
Section meets for high school gymnastics teams are about 3 weeks out now. Jason Malillo has highlights from a local regular season meet Thursday that featured the second-ranked team in the state, Wayzata.
In gymnastics, Wayzata visiting Breck. Chantel Zephyr on vault for the Mustangs scores an 8.975, tops for her team. Tatum Bolson is fabulous on floor, scoring a 9.5 to win the event for Wayzata. On bars, Izzy Hayden hits for the high score of 8.95 for the Trojans. She also won vault. On beam, Zifra scores 8.975, again the best mark for Breck. Wayzata's Sasha Arney is tops on the beam, scoring 9.5, and the Trojans win the duel over the Mustangs. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
Thanks, Jason. That's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.